Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Give me 1 second, y'all.
down with more on his reaction to today's verdict.
Good afternoon, Dre. I'm right here with D'Angelo Brister, R. Kelly's godson. You came in from Chicago in August for this trial, right?
Yes, that's correct. I came in August 18th when the trial first started.
Mr. Brister, explain to our viewers what you're feeling right now.
I'm very shocked and surprised that the government has came about with these charges, and I'm very shocked about these accusers' stories being brought out to the light, and they finding him guilty of it off of he say, she say, when there's a whole lot of holes in each and every last one of their stories.
Where were you when you heard the verdict?
I was inside the courtroom.
And what was the first thing that came to your mind?
You really want to know? This is some BS. This is some BS.
So talk to us. You're not blood related to Robert Kelly. He is your godfather. What's the relationship? It's a friendship relationship with your mother.
Yes, him and my mother grew up together.
Who else is here? Family, friends? Who else came in from Chicago? Where R. Kelly is from, where he grew up?
A few of his brothers. His sister came in as well today.
We see fans and supporters outside the courthouse, not just today, but in the days leading up to today. Have you interacted with anybody who isn't personally related to R. Kelly and to the extended family, so to speak, but who has had something to say in terms of support for him?
Yes, the fans have been here from the beginning supporting him. And the fans are what keeps him going. They give him strength, and it's like they give him that energy, that boost of energy, that hope. Pretty much, it really comes down to really his fans that's like his family.
Here at BNC, we stand for the truth. And you said, basically, I'm paraphrasing you, this isn't true, he didn't do this. What do you have to say to the victims, to people related to the victims, to people who were R. Kelly fans and now say he is a guilty man? Why are you saying this isn't true if this is what justice has served, so to speak? Tell us your side.
Because I believe that it was all a plan from the beginning. The government knew what they was going to do, and Sony knew what they was going to do, and Sony wanted to push the narrative out to the media, to the world about him doing this, so that they can keep his $1 billion that they owed him when he asked for it. And then when he went to go ask for his $1 billion, when he went to go ask for his $1 billion from the industry, then all of a sudden all these allegations came about, and then they started investing into things to destroy his name. If you Google search his name, you see all these bad things.
Let me ask you, did you watch Surviving R. Kelly, the documentary? Have you seen it? I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes, I saw it.
Do you know personally any of the victims that appeared there, any of the people who had relationships with him that have spoke out and said, look, this is what happened? Do you know them personally? Can you tell us anything different from what these accounts, the picture these accounts paint?
I know a few of them. A few of them I don't. Heck, a few of them he don't even know. Some of them just came out and just said they knew him, and he didn't even know them.
When's the last time you spoke to Robert Kelly, your godfather?
It was before they transferred him to New York, which was in June 22nd.
And what did he say to you, if you could share with us? What was his sentiment before this verdict while behind bars without bond?
Well, nothing really, just speaking on general life instructions. Nothing really to talk about the case.
What's next for you, for the family, for R. Kelly's friends? Where do you go from here?
We go for an appeal. And we're going to go to the next higher courts and try to seek justice that way. And we know things like this have been overturned before, like in the Dr. Bill Cosby case. So I'm still very high up about that.
Mr. Brister, I can appreciate this is a difficult day for you. Thank you for speaking to our viewers. Thank you for helping us bring all sides of this story to our viewers. We appreciate your time. Anything else you want to leave us with?
I'm going to stay prayerful to the fans out there. Stay prayerful, stay believing, because this is not over. This is the fat lady haven't sung yet.
D'Angelo Brister, thank you. R. Kelly's godson. I'm going to take you on just a little walk. Right behind me is the courthouse. We'll do a quick pan. That is, Leon, if our photographer is going to do a pan for you here. This is the media row. And this is a park. That's where I found D'Angelo Brister, R. Kelly's godson. And that's where you will find fans. We're going to kind of flip around a little bit and kind of show you these park benches. These are R. Kelly supporters. Some fans that I spoke to, they got on airplanes. They've been here in Brooklyn, New York every single day as this highly watched trial has continued. And they have an emotional stake in this. We've seen a lot of tears leading up to today, a lot of emotions outside the courthouse. And we are here bringing you that up-to-date information, trying to capture every side of this story. I'm Stephanie Bertini, live in Brooklyn, New York. Back to you in the studio.
Yo, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I apologize, y'all, for the delay. I apologize for the delay, y'all. I really do. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, man. I apologize for the delay. Thank y'all for coming into the chat. That was Daddy Lolo. Did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear me now? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Shout out to Daddy Lolo. Sorry about that, y'all. I apologize for the delay. What I was trying to show people, this is what's going on with R. Kelly, y'all. They already filed a motion for the appeal, and that's why I put it up there for y'all to read it versus me not able to talk to y'all. So y'all, this fight ain't over. This fight ain't over. So as you can see on the screen, it says right here. Can y'all see the screen? It said minutes entry for proceeding held before Judge Ann M. Donnelly. Judge trial as to Robert Sylvester Kelly held on 9/27/2021. Appearance by AUSA Elizabeth Geddes, AUSA Maria Cruz Melendez, and AUSA Nadia Shahada. It says Derek Canick retained, Thomas Finella retained, and Calvin Stroller retained for defendant R. Kelly, present in custody. Deliberation continued and completed. Jury verdict reached. Jurors polled and excused with the thanks of the court. The following motions scheduled to set. Defendant's motions due for 11/1/2021. Government's responses by 11/2021. Reply, if any, 12/6/2021. Okay? All right? Sentence is set for 5/4/2022 at 10 a.m. in court, 4G North. Court reporter Ivory Armstrong, Green Downer. Y'all see all that? So the appeal is already in, y'all. The appeal is already in. It's already set in motion for November the 1st when it comes to R. Kelly. Government got to respond by 11/22, if any. And I guess the extent will. Oh, somebody told me to check something. Check my WhatsApp app or something. Give me a second. Y'all got to excuse me. Yeah, I only apologize, y'all. You know me, I be trying to make some other things happen. Just give me a second, y'all. Yeah, so
disgraced R&B superstar R. Kelly has been found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking after prosecutors branded him a predator who exploited his fame to lure women and underage girls for sex.
A jury of 7 men and 5 women found R. Kelly guilty on all counts after just their second day of deliberations. The 54-year-old is one of the most prominent people tried on sex abuse charges during the Me Too movement. And joining us now is R. Kelly's ex-wife, Drea Kelly, who told this show back in 2019 you were emotionally, physically, sexually abused by R. Kelly. Thank you so much for coming back on the program this morning. I think what might seem remarkable to people, Drea, is that it has taken this long.
Yeah, I think that it's really, really sad. And I think that as a human race, we really need to look at women in general. I have often said that if any of his victims were blonde haired and blue-eyed, it wouldn't have taken this long. Women of color tend to be lowest on the totem pole when it comes to subjects of domestic violence, sexual abuse. So it's really sad that it took this long, but I guess we're making some movements forward.
You were married to him for 13 years between 1996 and 2009, and I think one of the hardest things for you is that you share 3 children with him. I mean, this is a man who's been accused.
Nobody mad at Judge Brown. Get up out of here. I just be talking shit. Get up out of here.
And now faces life in prison. What are your thoughts as his ex-wife and the mother of his children?
Well, I sit in a very difficult place because unlike the rest of his victims, I also share children with him. I was married to him, so I wear 2 hats. I wear the hat of a survivor and an advocate, but I also wear the hat of a mother and an ex-wife. So it's very difficult for me. I feel that my heart is in 2 places. My heart definitely goes out to the survivors and the courage that it takes to even come forward and tell the story. But my heart breaks as a mother because this is now the legacy that my children will have to deal with, and their children's children at the end of the day.
Get
you
your
cannot
ass out
walk
of
away
here.
from your bloodline. I have the ability to separate and kind of distance myself from it, but his blood runs through my children's veins. It's a part of their DNA. They can't escape it even if they wanted to. So it's very difficult for me to sit in that position.
I watched last night, Dre. I watched the interview that you did the last time you came on the program, and your daughter Joanne said she still loved her father, but she felt she had to love him from a distance. And how does that relationship survive something like this?
Well, I can't answer for my daughter because, again, I can only speak to my journey as his ex-wife and a survivor and an advocate. But I think that goes to say with any child.
She don't care about her kids.
Your parents have a
Fuck
problem
you,
with
Andrea.
drug addiction, you are still going to love them because they are a part of your DNA. You share blood with them. I also support my children in whatever they feel because at the end of the day, whether he ever sold another song, found guilty or not guilty, what is true and will always be true is that it's their father. So they have the right to feel whatever they feel. But I think what is healthy,
and I hope they
like
feel
said,
towards your ass.
Addicted to drugs, or if they're an alcoholic, you have to know how to protect your mental state and love them from a distance. And they're not allowed to be toxic in your life just because they are your parent.
Just remind
Yeah,
viewers.
well, I hope they love your ass
court
from a
case.
distance.
He's been found guilty of being the ringleader of a racketeering and sex trafficking scheme that
By
preyed on
himself.
women and children. He had rules and would punish those women and children for breaking them. And the rules included times when they could use the bathroom, when they could eat, when they could make phone calls. There would be punishments for looking at other men. You've said
Fucking
anything
Drea.
could set him off. From the milk being cold, wearing something too revealing, or too much tone in your voice, even if someone came
Fuck
to the house
Andrea.
and you spoke. What was that like to live with?
It's a life of constant fear. And if anyone has done their research, and I hope that more journalists will, if you decide to interview more victims and survivors, knowing the cycles of abuse, it's called walking on eggshells. That's what it means. That is the term that is used when you never know what you're going to get. Like I did say in an interview before, yes, having the milk too cold, and then one time it's not cold enough if you spoke and you weren't supposed to. I can only say that my journey and what I went through, what I have heard, speaks very true to my life. It is parallel to my life, and there's no way for anybody else to know it. Because
fuck you, Andrea. Fuck you.
But it is.
Fuck you, Andrea.
Never knowing which version of him you're going
Fuck
to get.
you. And I hope your kids don't like your ass either. Fuck her.
Again, I'm not here to really speak to the details of it. I'm
Man,
really
please.
to the strength that
Please.
it took for those people to come forward and tell their stories and stand in their truth, knowing that they had the whole world coming against them because they did the same thing to me. But I will say this for those who were naysayers. My grandmother used to have a saying, everybody's not lying on you. It's impossible over 20 to 30 years, 30 different people who all have the same journey and story and have survived the same thing, and it all be a lie.
Yeah.
And you've spoken, Drea, about what you call victim shaming, where you felt that actually the culture around this issue meant that you would be shamed if you came out and spoke, and that some of the other victims perhaps felt the same. Do you think that's changed or is changing, or is there still a real problem with that?
I think that it's slowly changing as women's voices are being heard, but I also think that victim shaming and victim blaming is kind of supported and tucked away.
Well, change your last name then. If R. Kelly is a monster, change your last name back to whatever the fuck your name used to be.
Your hair. You go to tell your teacher, what's the one thing that we teach little girls?
Fuck out
Oh,
here.
he's doing it because he likes you. So we're taught at a very young age as women to believe that love for men comes with violence. Also, when you look at our society, pedophilia is tucked into our everyday lives. We have Halloween coming up in October, which is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Why are we selling naughty schoolgirl costumes? So there's a lot that we do in this now called rape culture in society, where women are really.
Well, if R. Kelly is this person you say he is, why do you still carry his last name?
I mean, it's
You carry his last name and still slander this man. Get your ass on. Get the help you need. Because I don't believe none of them motherfuckers needed help. Money is what they all want. Money is what they hearts compelled to. They ain't asking for no goddamn psychological help. They want money.
Sometimes there's this suspicion that you're lying. Now that there is a conviction, does it release any of the weight on you?
Clout chasing ass.
This has been recognised in a court of law, and he will serve time, possibly the rest of his life in prison.
In a way it does, and in a way it doesn't. Like I said, it's great that we've taken a step forward, but it's what happens outside of the courtroom that is most important, that women are supported to even feel like that they have the strength to come forward and tell their stories. If there's still victim shaming, victim blaming, and women being afraid to even speak their truth, we can never
they
get
lie.
a court system where justice can be served. So we have to start there first, where when women, children, and even men, because they can be victims of domestic violence, feel supported by society to come forward and tell their stories, that's when justice is really going to be served.
Drea, thank you very much indeed for joining us. And, it's obviously a difficult time for you and your family. So the very best. Thank you for being with us. Good morning, Britain.
Thank you.
This lady right here, man. Fuck that lady, man. Fuck her. That's all I gotta say about her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck Andrea. I don't got no respect for a lady like her. I mean, let's just keep it real. It was all about that money. We got the transcript. We read the shit. Do I got to read it again? Do I got to put it on the screen? Damn. But as you all can see in the screen, the appeal date is set for 11/1st, November the 1st, 2021. Government response is 11/22/2021. I guess no later than December 6, 2021. And his sentencing date is for April the 4th, 2022. Let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. Listen to me. Listen to me, y'all. It's a lot we still can do. It's a lot we still can do. First, we got to stay prayerful. We already know we got bamboozled. Text me, I guess. But we have to stay prayerful, y'all. We got blackballed by the system. I'm sorry, May 4th, not April, May. My bad, May. So I'm praying that God can turn this around. And let me also say this too, y'all. Shout out to Canic, man, for doing still to me a wonderful job in such a short amount of time. I gotta shout him out. I gotta shout him out, man. I gotta shout him out. Gotta shout him out. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Kenny. And let me say this. What's up, Emery? Let me say this, y'all. Shout out to Kenny because Kenny got this case in June. And he might not got everything that he probably needed it. I didn't see that part about them. I'll look that up. He got this case in June, y'all. And he did the best with what he could do with what he had. And I'm going to say this again. And some things was withheld from him. But just imagine if he'd have been on his case way before a lot of us could imagine. But I'm going to still say he did great because he threw a line in that day ass. I give it to him, man. From a man from June, and we what, in September? He did a great job, man. Shout out to you, Kenny. You know, I think, you know, you would like to see people come together and put a lot of bullshit aside. But I think in that era, it's probably too much damage has been done. A lot of egos is being stroked. A lot of people don't know how to put themselves to the side because they feel like they're getting a little light from the R. Kelly situation. A lot of people don't know how to put egos to the side and really stand for what's really need to be stood for, and that's the injustice of this man. This is where we really need to make some noise. I don't understand, what does a man or a woman get out of trying to take another black man down because of their differences? Differences. I don't see what it is or how a man can get a glory out of tearing a man down because a man did not want to do no type of business with you. I can't understand for a man who solicited his daughter for his own personal gratification and his own evil ways. Somebody still make sense to go to that extent to want to work with the United States government because you couldn't get what the fuck you wanted. Somebody make this shit make sense. Make this make sense. And this is why I say we still have a lot to work with. You mean to tell me with them taking the shirt out of the DNA, I feel the Supreme Court needs to look over the transcript. It's just my opinion, y'all. I'm freestyling right now. I think the Supreme Court literally need to look over the transcript and see how these alleged victims has been caught in their lies. And they ain't found them not guilty on one charge. I'm mostly disbelief. I'm in disbelief about this because how is a black man who claim he's a king jealous of another king? How is a black man who called himself a king, a boss, a big shot, but you trying to use somebody else's name to come up off of? Somebody make that make sense. We always looking for a not guilty. So I still want to say to the other people, If you in the bushes, if you ain't like this channel, if you ain't click the like button, that's fine. Y'all cheated. The government cheated. Y'all didn't, that wasn't a fair square fight. So don't think you won something. You didn't win and y'all cheated. The government cheated. Let's just keep it real. How you know? Because I've been following it for the last 2 years and they cheated. Can I say something? They had to put R. Kelly in isolation from the world to give him trumped up charges. Why? Because they didn't have anything. I never seen a docuseries that ever came out about somebody and somebody go to jail because people could say anything about you. Do y'all know what the tone has been set? I never seen nothing like this. I never seen nothing like this. There's still some things that we can do. And the transcript still works in the favor of Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, for y'all that just tuned in, the appeal's already been set for November the 1st. Government got a response by 11/22, and I guess judge go get a final response by 12/6/2021. And however that turn out, R. Kelly sentencing day is 5/4/2022 at 10 a.m. I think this is the time for us as people that say they really fighting for this injustice for Robert Sylvester Kelly. You can't hear me? Turn your shit up. Turn your shit up. Reset your shit. My microphone is on. I still feel this wasn't a clean fight. This was a dirty fight at a high level. Y'all didn't win. Y'all didn't get no victory. This wasn't no clean fight. Okay? This wasn't no clean fight. The truth don't need no rehearsing. Lies does. And they had to go over lies with these alleged victims so they could come in and slander this man with some he say, she say, with no evidence. None. Just he did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. I'm trying to see where is the fucking preponderance of evidence. They convict this man off he did it. He say, she say, they say. And it does hurt. We're not gonna act like it don't. But I want the other side to know you ain't win nothing. You didn't. Angelo, you ain't win nothing. Because now it's still on you, man. Because you facilitating something with the government. And after reading the transcript, it's more than what these people really know about you. So I'm going to make it my business to make sure people read this transcript and understand that this is not the way our system's supposed to go. So people can see in black and white who you are, who Alice is. Y'all the real con artists. Y'all the real setups. Y'all ain't never had no intentions. Y'all didn't even give a fuck about Azriel. All that shit you done put out there, you ain't give a fuck. You ain't give a fuck. And what I was trying to say to people, how does a grown man take a 17-year-old daughter to another grown man who sings sexual explicit songs? And reading the transcript, people need to read the transcript. He asked his daughter, or one of them asked their daughter, to still go to R. Kelly about a dildo proposition at the age of fucking 17. Are y'all serious? But you a good father. You a good mother. Who does that? Who tell their child to go talk to a grown man to invest in our dildo business? Dildo Bluetooth. That's what it was, a dildo Bluetooth and sing R. Kelly songs. Who asked their child to do something like that? They had a motive. So y'all ain't win shit. And you can never screen you for black men or black women, and you let the government use you and your daughter to take a black man down, all because you couldn't get your way and you couldn't get no financial gain out of R. Kelly or no financial gain out of your own daughter. So you can miss me with all that. It's about a relationship with my kid, with your child. That's a bunch of bullshit. It was about some money. Let's just keep it a buck. It was about some money. And Alice, we didn't even know she had a whole lot to do with this. Y'all really get a glory out of destroying a man's career because y'all couldn't get the career that this man had built on his own, and they want to try to pull this bullshit. He used his songs to get sex. He don't got to use his songs to get sex. He don't have to use his voice to get no sex. Women flock to him anyway because he's gifted. Y'all make it seem like this dude was thirsty for women. They mad because their young pussy wanted that older shit. I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody want to hear this shit. Man, it's been for centuries, man. The young dated the old. I mean, goddamn, they ain't do this to Elvis Presley. Unbelievable. I'm still in disbelief that they found this man guilty on all fucking charges. Are you serious? Now I'm waiting to see how much shit he gonna talk now. I'm waiting to see how much shit Angelo gonna talk on the takedown of Robert Sylvester Kelly. Yeah, I'm waiting on it. Since he got so many homies in Chicago. Man, he got to feel bad. I know Angelo feel bad. He got to feel bad. Than knowing he was once in communication with R. Kelly. And even Asriel said in the transcript, you used to FaceTime the man. And you was cool with him, Alice, and the brother. He was cool with all y'all. I read the transcript. Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, if y'all got IG, follow me on IG. Oh, man, Cookie, listen here. You go reap what you sow, man. They know they wrong, man. They know they wrong. The Clarys know they wrong, man. All over some fucking money, man. Money. Y'all want this man to do all this time because y'all couldn't get no fucking moolah? Wasn't about no goddamn young women. Wasn't about none of that. That man know he been to prison. That man know he had a case in 2008. And and another thing I want to stop everybody from saying, he shouldn't have went on Gayle King. He shouldn't have went on Gayle. Fuck that. He did what he felt he needed to do. Because he got tired of motherfuckers trying to slander his motherfucking name. So stop that. He shouldn't have went on there because he raised, and that's just the Chicago in him. And that a lot of you motherfuckers ain't gonna understand because you ain't from Chicago. But if a motherfucker trying your life through the public perception, through public opinion, stop playing. He should have never did the Gayle King. He did. I'm glad he did do it. And like he said, you mean to tell me ain't none of them got nothing nice to say about me? All of them mad? He said that he had relationships with these women, but he apologized for each relationship that he done dealt with these women. It just didn't work out. And that's the conspiracy against Robert Sylvester Kelly, because if the relationships don't work out later down the line, they're going to have a story to tell. Whoever else got another story to tell. That's all the fuck it is. A conspiracy. This is the most black man lynching I done seen in a long goddamn time by the U.S. government. And for them to use people like the Clarys and the people that was around him and saying bodyguards, this, that, and the other, but ain't nobody getting charged with R. Kelly. You know what? I hope it's worth it. If you really think this is a victory, tearing somebody's career down because you couldn't get what they worked for, you got to be sad. I hope it's worth it. Hey, boom, boom. Let me say something to you. Listen to me real good.
Hi to my favorite person.
Angelo got a history too. Oh, he got a history too now. Don't think that because they go point out R. Kelly that his won't get exposed. I'm on that ass. I promise you that. I'm still gonna have that same fucking energy, the same energy y'all use to help the U.S. government convict this man, all because of y'all personal shit. This shit was personal between 2 men, 3 men. R. Kelly, Angelo Clary, Tim Savage. All because y'all personal shit. Y'all took it to the government and wanted to join this lifetime bullshit and use y'all fucking kids as some fucking guinea pigs. Get y'all motherfucking ass up out of here. Y'all know damn well R. Kelly's supposed to be free. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Y'all know damn well he's supposed to be free. All because he didn't invest in y'all fucking projects. Motherfucker don't want to invest in my shit. I'm not finna take them down because shit didn't work out with us dealing with business. Who does that? Who really does shit like this? I don't conspire with the group of people that's against the person that I laughed with, looked in his face, act like he was cool, and you conspire with the fucking government? Boy, stop. You ain't no man. No real man doing no shit like that. You didn't want your daughter to live her own dreams and have her own admirations because you wanted her admirations to be yours, and hers wasn't yours. So we still got some basis. It's in black and white. This transcript is still enough to help R. Kelly with his appeal, people. This fight is not over. Stevie Wonder can see that. They didn't find him not guilty on nothing. Found him guilty on everything. So you telling me it's okay to go to the grand jury, get immunity, tell him one thing, lie on the stand with another thing, and you still free. This is the message we send it to the American people. You can't tell me when it's looking good for R. Kelly, and then you down to your rope, and you want to come in and you want to try to change the dynamics of things because you overcharged him. Because you ain't know how it was going to play out. You can't tell me that. Where they do that at? If you charged with rape, you charged with rape. If you charged with kidnapping, you charged with kidnapping. If you charged with this, you charged with that. And the crazy thing about it, y'all, none of this shit really supposed to be in federal court. No way. Let's keep it a buck. This case wasn't supposed to have been in federal. Everything they talked about in court should have been state. He smacked him, okay. That's domestic. Y'all locked this man up because of his sex preference. He didn't violate these women. They violated him. They already had a motive. Just like the daddy, just like the mom. If it don't work out this way, we're going to push this narrative. And that's what Angelo did. He pushed that 17-year-old narrative. But to find out your fucking daughter been around for 3 to 4 years around that man and you knowingly knew where the fuck she was, and you come out and play this 17-year-old bullshit. You fired. Where the fuck they respect niggas like you at? Because if these the type of homeboys you hang around, then maybe I need to talk to them to wake their ass up to some shit. What real niggas do shit like that? You was once cool, but now I'm against your ass because I can't get none of your cheddar. We was once cool, but now I'm going to turn against you because I can't get none of what you earned, what you got out the mud, which was real motherfuckers do. And I don't give a fuck if you got it out the mud selling dope, coke, weed. If you got it out the mud and you change your life around and you doing good, you got it out the mud. And Kellz got his career out the mud. And he did not use his songs to get no goddamn pussy. So y'all can stop all that. The man just was gifted at singing. All his songs wasn't sexual. Jealousy and hate at its all-time capacity. Where a man got to be convicted because some personal pussy-ass vendetta. You niggas some bitches. You niggas some really bitch niggas. I don't think you could ever look at yourself in the mirror and say you a real nigga. You can't never tell me you from no motherfucking real streets. Because I know ain't no real niggas ain't doing no shit like this. We once was cool. We once was FaceTime. Ain't no real motherfucking mama got their motherfucking daughter phone texting a grown-ass man pretending to be 18, nigga. Fuck is you talking about somebody being a goddamn parent? Better look at the motherfucker you married, nigga. I want all the smoke. I want it all. Can't shit they do to me they ain't already done. They done talked about me. They slandered my name or baby kill them all. Man, fuck all that. That's a diversion. You tell me I could walk the streets with a real nigga and ask the nigga, man, would you do some shit like this if this ain't work out? Would you take your 17-year-old daughter to a grown man concert and try to solicit her to get financial gain, financial stability? Who the fuck does that? And a lot of people say, oh, it's more than just them Jane Does. Well, I particularly focused on him because he was the one with the loudest mouth. So I can't really say nothing about Geronda. I can't really say shit about Faith Rogers. All I can talk about the big mouths that's been out here doing all this big talking. Huffing and puffing and King Konging it. I can talk about this because they got their daughter to turn an informant when she been around a nigga for 3-4 fucking years. Make this shit make sense, people. But the only reason a lot of you hypocrites out there is pointing a finger at R. Kelly because it ain't you. And a lot of reasons why you motherfuckers point the finger at R. Kelly because he's not your relative. It's easy for motherfuckers to sit up there and want to sit up there and want to take somebody down. But even the fact you took somebody down, do you know what type of president you set for your son? Do you know what type of president you set for your nephew, your uncles, your fathers, the generation of young men? They saying it's okay to date somebody, be around somebody, and then when it don't work with somebody, then you could turn against them and get their ass locked up. They saying it's okay. They saying it's okay if a motherfucker is fighting a case different than another motherfucker. You could become an informant to help take another man down that ain't got shit to do with you. This is the precedence they're setting for the United States of America. Larry D should have been subpoenaed. If you go take shit off YouTube, take it off. Don't take it off just to fit this man's narrative of what you want to pay for him. What about them parents? What about the one that said Asriel been over their motherfucking crib? We got bus drivers, we got this, we got that. Conspiracy. And the nigga fighting a whole nother case that ain't got nothing to do with him. Nothing. I pay the rent here, so I can get loud as I want. Make that make sense. You telling me anybody that commits a crime and knowing they going to fucking jail for the crime they commit, they can just pick a motherfucker because the government wants them and become a federal informant for the government just to take a motherfucker down they don't like it and it ain't got shit to do with that motherfucker? Are y'all serious? How the fuck they do that at? For a fucking time reduction? And the nigga gets on social media and said he did it. We still have grounds for an appeal, people. You people, you hypocrites, one that didn't like this channel right now. You motherfucker that's sitting up here and watching. Let it be your son. Let it be your son that go to jail for rape. You say, my son don't need to rape nobody. Yeah. Let it be your son go to jail for rape, or your uncle. And you know your uncle can flock a lot of women. Just because he's suave and he cool, he know how to dress nice. Now you go tell me a motherfucking dress nice and he get a woman, he going to jail because he look too nice. Now he got to look like a bum. Because if you look too good, he get a whole lot of women. They gonna charge him with a crime. Do you know what the president y'all just said? They use this man as a fucking goat for some of you motherfucking lies to say it's okay to lie on people to get them incarcerated. It's not okay. It's not. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all. Y'all think I just be talking. Listen here. Listen here. Y'all don't understand what's really going on. Y'all don't know the president, and you motherfuckers over there laughing, making fun of him. But boy, I swear to God, when it's your son and your uncle or somebody in your motherfucking family gonna be going through some shit, and you gonna be saying, man, free Lit Man. Free Lit Man. Free Mike. He ain't do it. Then you gonna feel the same way he felt how motherfuckers accused of some shit he didn't do that wasn't even right. But you'll want your relatives free, but you'll want this man to go down all because some motherfucker has some personal beef, some personal vendetta, couldn't get their way, couldn't get no money. Get you a fucking job. Get you a trade. Do something with your life. I've never seen another fucking grown man get mad off another nigga who got it out the mud and thinking he was finna eat off that nigga who got it out the mud, and that's what the fuck Angelo wanted to do. And that bitch ass nigga Tim Savage. Y'all want to eat off another nigga legacy. How the fuck you gonna make another legacy for your own fucking kids off another nigga? Where the fuck they do that at? Excuse me. Y'all don't want this real shit. Y'all want that flawed up playing around with this man. And Drea Kelly ain't shit. Period. Let me show y'all something. Man. And y'all keep talking about the feds can do this and they can do this. And how many times we done seen young guys do shit on YouTube and the feds go right and swoop them up? We saw you with some guns. They come in. You was on YouTube. You was on IG. Or you count too much money. We got to come get it and confiscate it. So you mean to tell me they can do that with all these young people? But motherfuckers can come on live and do shit like this? Let me show y'all something, because y'all think I'm just... Listen here. Watch this here. Watch this. I'm going to put this on some of your minds. The conspiracy against Robert Sylvester Kelly is so fucking serious, all because of hate. All because of fucking hate. Now you tell me right here, this nigga, right here, the one that went to jail.
He still ain't lying. In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the storage, we got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Asriel at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
Now you tell me, somebody tell me, and I'll play it again.
The next 90 days. With other credit cards that I've had, you have to spend thousands of dollars to get any type of incentive. With this credit card, you spend $500 and get $200. Oh.
I'm Pamela McGee. My son just...
Y'all telling me it's okay to do this type of shit. Now you telling me
he still ain't on it. In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the stories, we got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Astria at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
Now, y'all heard that? Put a one in the chat if you heard that. So I'm gonna make some points around this motherfucker. Let me show y'all again. And then I'm gonna show y'all something.
Let me tell you something. You right here questioning if God real. Look at all the things he brought you through. He brought you through people trying.
Excuse me about that, Nino. You just went over there. Let me play it again.
In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the stories, we got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Astria at my house, you have seen parents at my house.
Now y'all hear that? Now let me say this to you slow ass motherfuckers out there. The government didn't win their case clean, okay? All right? Okay? Y'all understand what I'm saying? The government didn't win their case clean. The bitch nigga that I just showed you was one of the main reasons how they won their case. So let me break this down to y'all people that don't know who this bitch nigga is I just showed. This was a nigga that was on YouTube. And when R. Kelly had an indictment, he tried to get on YouTube and talk about R. Kelly's indictment when he had a whole fucking indictment his goddamn self. So what did he do? He created lots of accounts. Went on, I guess, what's that, IG, Twitter, wherever the fuck he went. He stopped facilitating himself because he was already indicted for bank fraud. Let me wake some of you slow ass people up. The government ain't getting they ain't winning no victory. They did it with help. And the dude I just showed y'all, he right now in the feds right now. Let me tell you why. He linked up with Angelo Clary. He used him. He used him. Angelo used him. Larry used Angelo with this Team True shit. Taunting all the goddamn bloggers like myself, playing with my family, all this goofy ass shit because I'm spitting this real juice like I'm doing right now. Yeah. Let me tell you something. He had a hidden agenda. And his hidden agenda was to help Angelo get Azriel to flip on R. Kelly. And that's what he facilitated. You dumb motherfuckers. The government ain't win this motherfucking case no fair, no square. They had help. That nigga I just showed y'all helped Azriel turn against Robert Sylvester Kelly. And let me just wake y'all ass up to something else. What motherfucker goes to jail? R. Kelly got locked up in July. Okay? July the 11th to be exact, 2009. Azriel was going to see him in August, September, October, November, December, she flipped. Now, if he was all this bad of a monster, why the fuck you still gonna see a motherfucker that's a predator? If he this much of a fucking monster, why you going to see a motherfucker you said that brainwashed you and kept you locked up, you couldn't feed, you was on the bus for 50 hours? If he was so much of a monster, how the fuck you sitting next to your pussy ass daddy and read this motherfucker the blueprint that R. Kelly ain't the person y'all say he is? He told them to call. She said she didn't want to call. She said and then she was adult. She really wasn't going to check in. So you telling me it's easy for a bitch nigga like I just showed y'all, who had a case that ain't had nothing pertaining to R. Kelly, to put himself in a position to help convict this man to get a lighter sentence off of some shit he did on his own that he got caught for. What happened to you do the crime, you do the time? Who mad? The government ain't winning this shit fair and square. They ain't winning this fair and square. It's a bunch of bullshit. And Angelo should be ashamed of his motherfucking self. Others, they should be ashamed of themselves because they once had some type of relationship with R. Kelly. Read the transcript. People, when you got hopes and admiration to want to do some shit, and you feel like he might be the key to your destiny, and you realize this person ain't the key to your destiny, then the whole dynamics change. Okay. You don't want to help me? You got my daughter. Tim Savage. You don't want to help me? You got my daughter. My daughter with R. Kelly. She brainwashed. My daughter with R. Kelly. She brainwashed. And they know R. Kelly name is hot. It's hot with the government. Because they lost that. They lost in 2008. See, they already had a plan. So tell me why the fuck Tim and how the fuck Angelo and how the fuck Alice can't get locked up for conspiracy against this man by using their motherfucking kids. Who go check me? Who the fuck go check me? Why the fuck they couldn't get a conspiracy by soliciting their motherfucking daughters to try to bribe this man out of money and invest in their fucking business? See, this all was something. This ain't just popped up. Surviving R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly just needs some few this, a few of that. And Tim and Angelo was it. Azriel and Joyce was it. But Rocket Sign could see this shit. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't gotta like my channel. I don't give a fuck. But you gonna get this truth. But you can put all this shit on the internet. But you tell me they can't get locked up when you just heard this man say, we had the bus drivers. We had the storage. So you tampering with evidence that was in the storage? You got something to do with what was in the storage? You saying these things, so now you can say what you want to say and don't be no consequences behind that? Kellz have a grounds of appeal, and he got a lot still working in his favor, people. For real. He do. Yeah. Yeah. We got the storage. We got Azriel at my house. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. That ain't conspiracy. So anybody that don't like R. Kelly could literally just go to the government and say, I don't like him. I'm willing to, hey, you know what, government? I can make up some shit about him. Y'all don't like him? Damn, they don't know me. They don't know me from A to Z. I could just make up some stuff about him. And this man is sitting in trial looking at a motherfucker he never seen in his life. Hell, bring these test dummies up in there. Government is foul. And they foul on every fucking level. This shit is crazy. All because this man didn't invest in their products. All because this man didn't invest in their ideas. So you know what Angelo did? He facilitated his stuff with all the alleged victims. That's all he did, y'all. He made Surviving R. Kelly pop off. Yeah. Tim had to bring him out. Y'all heard him say it. You read the transcript, Azriel said the same thing. If you read the transcript, Azriel said everything I've been saying on YouTube about the money, about him linking up with Tim. She wasn't sending him no money. And I told y'all, because she wasn't sending her no money, she was getting $5,000 a month that we did not know until he went to court. Money was the motive. And y'all really think they convicted this man truthfully? Y'all really think they convicted this man honestly? Y'all really think they convicted this man with really concrete evidence? These people have lied under oath. They lied under oath, and they still convicted this man on all accounts. Like y'all really trying to set the pre. And all you motherfucking stars, all you stars, you Jay-Z's, you Snoop Dogg's, all you motherfuckers that's laughing at this man, you might as well say your motherfucking NDAs ain't shit no more. That's what you might as well say. You might as well say your NDA, your non-disclosures ain't shit no more. It ain't over. It ain't over. Them lawyers can still do some shit, and that's why I take my hat off to Cannon. For him to come in from June and to right now, he did the best he fucking could. The best he fucking could, and I promise you, on everything I love, I don't think Greenberg would have done it like him. And that's just my opinion. Where the fuck is Nicole at? Oh, my bad, she got COVID. Demise and schemes. The demise and schemes. I never said R. Kelly is a perfect person, because we all know he's not a perfect person. None of us perfect. All of us got flaws. It was just this man's sex life on trial, what he like to do to women. And I'm pretty sure if you go to Pornhub, if you go to any of these porn sites, and you could type in chain on a woman's neck, walking like a dog, and you will find that shit on porn sites. Woman in bondage. You will find her tied up, ball in her mouth, ass out. All the shit that they charging this man, when you could basically find it on the porn channels. You think I'm lying? Go type it in. And you tell me what they doing on porn, why they ain't get charged and why they charging him. Why? Why? Go look it up. Je suis I'm so stupid. Y'all so dumb. Go look up and all the things they said what R. Kelly made them do. Go look it up and point and see if they doing the same goddamn thing. Go look it up. For those that read this transcript, know what was said in court. Everything they said that R. Kelly did to these women. Go look it up on porn. You will even see them smacking the woman. You will see them spitting in the woman's face. You will see all that shit. Go look. Google it. Go look it up. It's out there. Go look it up. It's out there. Conspiracy. Personal vendettas. He didn't want to invest in a business proposition, and I said again, and God, I know you watch me, and you know I ain't going to have no reason to allow nothing. If Tim and Angelo, if they would have had any type of business dealing with this man right here, Azriel would have never been in the foreman. She would have never flipped on R. Kelly. Think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? If R. Kelly would have invested in the Bluetooth dildos and whatever fuck Tim was want to get, an ice cream truck, a food truck, whatever the fuck, wouldn't been all this noise about no Joyce and no Azriel. It just been probably a regular old surviving R. Kelly, but they needed some missing pieces. They need some current events to make everything so real. Yeah. But I still can't see how a motherfucker get locked up. And you said a nigga did all this shit to you, and your ass still was going to see that motherfucker? A nigga rape you, you still going to jail to see the rapist? A nigga molested you, you still going to jail to see the molester? A nigga brainwashed you and abused you, and you still going to the jail to see the abuser and the brainwasher? Do that make sense? Do that make sense? This motherfucker's out here fucking and smacking motherfuckers while they fucking. That's a crime too. Now motherfucker can't smack nobody. You can't call him no bitch. You can't do nothing. You go to jail. This is the tone that they're using with this man. Unbelievable. Now you can't fuck a person and smack him while you fuck him because somebody like getting smacked. Can't choke a motherfucker. Now it's a sexual assault while you choking them. This is what they said, y'all. So if you think the government won fair, I wish the fuck Angelo would get on here and say anything, man. Because there's still dirt out here about this dude. It is, Angelo. It's still dirt out about you, boy. You got skeletons in your closet too, man. You got some big skeletons in your closet. Like y'all trying to paint a picture of him. I don't think a lot of these people looked in the mirror at them damn selves. I know I made some mistakes. I know I got some faults. I ain't gonna sit up there tonight. I know I got some imperfection, but my imperfection makes me perfect because I ain't in denial about it. And God loved me just the way I am to improve me. Get this message. Listen here. R. Kelly's appeal has been put in already. I put it back up on the screen for y'all that didn't see it. Pray, y'all. Pray. You see that? I'll read it again. Read it again. Minute entry for proceedings held before Judge Ann M. Duntley. Jury trial as of Robert Sylvester Kelly held on 9/27/2021. Appearances by AUSA Elizabeth Geddes, AUSA Maria Cruz Melendez, AUSA Nadia Shahada, Derek Canick retained, Thomas Finello retained, and Calvin Scott retained for defendant Kelly present in custody. Deliberation continued and completed. Jury verdict reached. The jurors polled and excused with the thanks of the court. The following motion scheduled is set. Defendant's motion due 11/1/2021. Government's got to respond by 11/22, and I guess the final judgment from the judge will be 12/6/2021. Sentencing is set for 5/4/2022 at 11 a.m. in court room for G. Noor, court reporter, Ivory Strong, Green, Donna, whatever. They all have it. Yeah. And let me just say this to everybody that's Kellz supporters. We have a right to feel good if we saw the flaws and we saw the lies and we saw the made up bullshit and we saw how the government was working. We have a right to feel this man was supposed to be found not guilty. So don't feel bad because we got hyped up and we had a feeling this man was going home. Don't get mad about that. Don't get discouraged from that. Now we see what tricks they played, what games they played, and who all the players was in this shit, from the parents on to the goddamn informant himself, Larry McGee. We see how this shit worked out. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. We know he just got railroaded. Don't feel bad, but it ain't over. So they ain't got no victory. Look at me. Y'all ain't got no victory. The government lied. The government cheated. No evidence, no shit, just a bunch of hearsay. He did this, he did that, he did that, he did that, she did that, she slept. It ain't okay to have no threesomes no more. And if you leave it up to the court, it ain't okay to be gay either. You're going to jail if you're gay. You're having sex with a man, you're going to jail. I kept telling people this was not about R. Kelly, it's about all men. Now, I do sympathize with real victims. Don't get it twisted. But these people weren't victims. Transcripts speak for itself. And we had every right to feel confident that he was going to get a not guilty verdict. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Government played their tricks. Somebody going to have to answer, y'all. Somebody going to have to answer. I don't know if they trying to kill this man. They might be trying to kill him. They may want to commit suicide like Epstein. But I believe Kellz going to keep the faith, man. If you had God then, I advise you keep God now. Thank y'all for tuning in. And to all you haters, it ain't over. If this what y'all call a victory, if this what you need for your views, go ahead. Talk about it. It ain't over. Because guess what? The same way they done him, your son gonna be next. Your uncle could be next. Your father could be next. Some of your relatives could be next. Then I want to see if you gonna have that same type of feeling and want that same type of justice the same way we want for this man. He ain't no different than your relatives. It's just he got fans that care and see the bullshit, and we was fighting hard for his freedom. And believe me, and the government knows that. Why do you think they want to suppress the jury? Why do you think they didn't want motherfuckers to be in the courtroom? Why do you think they want it publicized on TV? Because it would have showed the world, not just certain reporters. It would have showed the world how fucked up this system is and how this man not supposed to be locked up with the lies the motherfuckers got on their stand and told. That's why they only select certain few reporters. And every time they got out there, it's R. Kelly. And they said this, and they said that. And there was only a few of them that were standing up with the inconsistencies of their testimony. I give you credit for those that were doing that. We finna take this to another level. I'm finna link up with some bloggers. I think the Supreme Court should read that transcript again, and I think more evidence of what I even just showed about how they conspire against R. Kelly. Start with that guy Larry McGee saying we got bus driver, we got storage, we got this, we got that. But y'all can take everything off YouTube. You want to use it. You want to use it against this man. But y'all don't want to use it to set this man free. Man, thank y'all for watching my live, man. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Share the video. Like the video. Free R. Kelly. It ain't over. It ain't over. You don't get no victory. Angelo, if you think you did something, boy, you got to be the dumbest dude I know right now. Man, you got your daughter turn, what? Yeah, man, I'm the reason R. Kelly locked up, man, because he had my daughter and woo, 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 woo. Make sure you tell your daughter turned informant from another informant. Make sure you tell your partners that, Angelo. Make sure you tell your partners your daughter turned informant because you linked up with a nigga off YouTube, off social media that you ain't even know to help your daughter turn against R. Kelly. Make sure you tell them motherfuckers that because those are facts. Tell them that. You ain't no real nigga. You'll never be a real man. When you talk about R. Kelly, talk about your wife, talk about Larry. Give him the whole script. Don't give him what you want to give him to make it look good off this man's name. We know the truth. And everybody don't watch YouTube. Just make sure you tell the truth. Make sure. Yeah. You and your little B more connections. Then you ain't out of this either, man. Because believe it or not, Danny was raising money up for this day. Do y'all remember that? Yeah, like he predicted R. Kelly was going to be guilty. Y'all don't listen. Yeah, the so-called mentee. This is my mentor. He raised me. It's going to always be an R. Kelly defense fund. That nigga. And it was once said that if they get a conviction, Danny J's supposed to get a reward. See, we don't forget this shit in the YouTube streets. We don't forget it. And guess what? That audio that you say that's fuzzed and all that, I'm paying somebody to clear it up so they can hear your bitch ass name and say, you got some stuff that could put Rob away for the rest of his life, nigga. Because that's what you said about your mentor. I'm getting somebody to clear it up, and I'm going to come back and play it on my channel. You say it's muffled. Y'all hear that? It's muffled. I wish somebody bring it out. I got it. And I'm going to email it to somebody. And they're going to clear that bitch up. And then I'm going to play it back for the people so they can hear your bitch-ass voice, how you talk about your mentor, what you got to set him to go to jail for the rest of his life. And now you want to act like you some advocate. Doing you clout-chasing bitch-ass nigga. Sitting your bitch-ass down there behind Canada the same way you was doing R. Kelly when he was in Chicago, you bitch. Fake ass, wanna be somebody ass nigga. Doing the same goddamn shit. Right behind the lawyer. Same way you was behind R. Kelly bodyguards. You fake fraud ass nigga. I ain't never seen no niggas who wanna be part of something they ain't got nothing to do with and pretend they know a motherfucker. And they don't know him just because they took some pictures in Trump Tower and in the courtroom and all this shit and take their photo op ass and solicit the whole fucking social media. That's my mentor and he raised me. He took me to school. Ain't got 1 degree to show nobody. Ain't got no transcript to show nobody. But he raised you. Him. But you fuck with the nigga who you ain't even know. Only through YouTube, who had a fucking indictment already. And you ate steak with that bitch ass nigga who turned against R. Kelly, Mr. Dana J. Y'all priorities fucked up. It ain't no real nigga. Don't no real niggas eat steak with motherfucking snakes, nigga. But for you motherfuckers that be rocking with that bitch ass nigga, he got something to do with it too. Him, Levi, all the motherfuckers sitting and shit into the prosecutors. You motherfuckers. Make no mistake. Make none. Make none. God will always be God. And he ain't gonna condone no bullshit. Keep on. Yeah. He gonna try to run that R. Kelly Defense Fund shit. So I'm gonna get all your shit and bring it back to forth, nigga. You said, When Larry said, we know you ain't got no defense fund no more. He said, it's gonna always be a defense fund. And that's why I said, nigga, what? It's gonna always be defense fund. So you know something we don't know? He tell on himself all the time when you ain't even asking that nigga. Y'all better wake up about Dana J, man. That nigga's a fraud. Them niggas trying to get around Canic and all this goof ass shit. Yeah. Renee Mack. We finna take this shit to a whole nother level, man. I'm linking up with some more bloggers. The transcripts finna get out. Fuck what they say on TV. This is fraud shit. Fuck what they say on TV. It's what's in black and white. Don't believe the hype. It's in black and white. That's my slogan. Don't believe the hype. It's in black and white. That's DJ Tyson's slogan. You hear me? Don't believe the hype. It's all in black and white. I thank y'all again for watching my live. Make sure you like my channel, subscribe. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Follow me on IG at DJ Tyson 357. Y'all have a good, wonderful Wednesday. That is my time. And I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out.